Gemini, I'm Gabriella from Gabriella's Vampire Tarot. For today, I'm going to be doing a general reading of past, present, future, and 9 card spread. I'm going to be using the regular tarot deck, clarify with the vampire deck, draw a special vampire card, draw a vampire oracle, and then draw 3 yes or no answers for thee. So let's get started with this pre-shuffled deck. Let's see here. Okay. This one wanted to come out. Okay. The general card for today is the Eight of Swords. Interesting. But let's look at these cards. Okay. You start off in the past with the Three of Wands reversed. Then you get the King of Swords reversed. And then you get the Magician reversed. Oh my goodness. Okay. Reversed. Okay. But at least it's in the past. What I see here is that, you were stuck in the past somehow, and you had no confidence and you had no creativity of wanting to do anything. And of course, it was the past. What I see here is, with the Three of Wands, you had no outlook on something, and it could have been something that happened before the situation even took place. But the thing is, what I see here is that you're probably, you're looking out and you're thinking, well, I actually see no outlook or any kind of journey I'm heading on. And the thing is, when you actually start losing any kind of outlook on something, it can cause you to lose confidence and strength and determination within yourself. Because normally with the King of Swords upright, the King of Swords is determined and strong and looking ahead. I mean, look at, the expression is this pretty much as saying, I can handle this and I know everything is going to be okay, but you got it in reverse, sadly. And then you get the Magician reversed, which is kind of, and not having any kind of spark of hope or any kind of motivation in your life. And at least this was in the future, so I wonder what actually could have contributed to making you feel like that there was no outlook, and you lacked courage within yourself, and you just had no motivation. But it can happen. Any kind of past traumatic event, any event even for that matter, could all contribute to these moments. If you feel like you started something and it worked out just fine, but then suddenly something just didn't work out, you could we'll get these cards as an effect saying, yeah, okay, well, my machine broke down. It's like even, what I said about my computer breaking down the other time. I just thought, is this the end of my career? No, it wasn't, because it got fixed. But, and then I more or less had these moments as well thinking, well, I feel no outlook. I feel, well, my whole motivation, everything is gone because the whole machine, right? So, it happens to anyone, even vampires, sadly enough. But let's look at the current times. You start with the Moon. Eight of Cups reversed. And the Six of Swords reversed. What I see for you is that, you're just kind of, moving on, and you're just kind of leaving off of this new journey. Because that's what the Eight of Cups, reversed is actually about. Or it's like about you don't want to give up, just like the Six of Swords reversed. And I just see, you're heading off into a different direction. But you still have that idea, that didn't work out in the past, just kind of in the back of your mind thinking, okay, we might have to take on a different detour. Now, technically, the Moon is considered a negative card, yeah, because, it's dark and stuff like that. But if you look down this tiny little squiggly path, it'll head you down and toward the mountain, towards opportunity. And I just see that you just do not want to give up on whatever happened in the past. Something didn't work out, but then, well, you're just kind of thinking, well, I want to take on a different route on this situation. Maybe, if I go right instead of left, it might, take me off into a different direction, or instead, go left instead of right, and then it'll take me off into the mountains that I need to be at. Because what these two cards have in common is, normally upright is all about leaving and saying, I'm taking off, no more. But reverse, it's like saying, I want to go, but yeah, I don't want to let go of the whole, past incident. Okay, well, we're just going to have to also look at the future and do some clarification, but I wonder what that idea is. But for some reason, you do start off in the future with the King of Wands reversed, Hierophant, and Justice. Interesting. It could be, a bad relationship, because that's what, the Hierophant is all about, is that you just don't want to give up on somebody. What I see here for you, Gemini, is, the transition between not wanting to let go of something is for some reason in the future you do get a bit of uncertainty. Now, a lot of humans are uncertain about the future because it's the unknown. We don't know what the future holds, but what we do know is that whatever we do right now will impact the future. So what I see here is maybe you're just kind of going through the motions right now thinking, well, maybe I should consider something alternatively, instead of this whole old idea just, that didn't work out for me. And for some reason, you're just kind of now going, or, this is the doubting phase of lacking courage and confidence within yourself to think, oh my goodness, what if it just doesn't work out at all? I'm just kind of spinning my wheels and wasting my time here. Well, it's all up to you. I'm just your vampire guide. I'm not going to tell you what to do, but I'm just going to kind of give you a bit of guidance here, and I'll give you more, information with clarification and stuff. What I see here is that, you kind of want to go down the traditional way. I was just kind of saying, okay, we're going to go down the regular current of everything. Everything should work out fine, and I will get balance in my future. Hopefully, these are just only, paper dragons that are pretty much causing you to lose faith and hope about the future of thinking, if you keep, hanging on to this idea, Gemini, everything is just going to break down for you. But for some reason, I just think, you just have to, keep moving forward and, go down the current, of the traditional way of just thinking, okay, we're just going to keep going and you will get balance in the future. And that's kind of what I see here is these are just paper dragons. These are just only the unknown, the uncertainties, because if something didn't work out for you in the past, sometimes the past, can come back to haunt us in other ways. But, you shouldn't let that happen at all. So, but now we're going to do some clarification. So for the pre-shuffled vampire deck, for the Three of Wands reverse, you feel like there's no outlook. You get the Magician. This is, a Gemini Virgo card. You can have Virgo somewhere in your star chart, but this is one of your cards too. And it looks like that you were creating something in the past, but it didn't work out. It can happen, you're building something, and maybe even one of these machine thingies, these YouTube videos, whatever, the human likes to also, work on himself. But what I see here is that, you've tried creating something in the past and it just didn't work out. Can happen, it's like nothing is always guaranteed, even maybe, before this incident happened, you probably thought, well, I hope to actually become very famous, or I hope to become very strong or determined in any way, or any kind of, success, but, you were creating something, but it just did not work out because it wasn't able to present it loud enough out there in this world. So for the King of Swords, you kind of lost hope and inspiration with yourself, but you know what you get? You get the Fool. The thing is, what I see here is, it's like you're kind of in the past, you kind of went out on a limb again, you pretty much had a rejuvenating moment, maybe some kind of epiphany in your past, but it just looks like that, maybe this whole Magician incident, was kind of, a life lesson for you, that you pretty much just thought, okay, something didn't work out for me in the past, but now I want to keep going. I don't have the confidence and determination of knowing where I'm heading towards, but yet, being the Fool, you don't have to know exactly where you have to go as long as you just keep moving somewhere. If you go right instead of left, or left instead of right, or backwards or forwards, wherever it may be, sometimes you just have to change course a bit, and then, you start actually rebuilding yourself again. Okay, for the Magician reversed, you feel like there's no spark of interest or hope, and actually, speaking of which, this is the second Magician, wow, is you get the Queen of Pentacles, the Queen of Skulls. What I see here is, it's like, you're trying something new, and for some reason, it's kind of offering you some stability, some groundedness. Could have had something to do with one of the moons in the past, but what I see here is, it's like you don't really have the motivation or the excitement of wanting to manifest something, in the past, but yet something, kept you grounded. And that's what I like to see is, maybe this whole new endeavor of the Fool, that pretty much just said, let's just try anything, let's just, we'll throw anything and see what lands and what, and so, and that kind of gave you the stable mind, in the past of thinking, okay, something actually did work out, or, and I'm getting, some options and opportunity, because after this you get the Moon, so maybe, you were heading off in the direction of the little squiggly path towards the mountains. So it just looks incredibly promising, that, despite, something didn't work out, you just didn't give up. And as you shouldn't. Because for the Moon, you get Six of Schools. What am I telling you? You know, it's like you're going to be offered something, or you're being offering something right now, or you're going to be the one to offer something. But, you know, it's like this is a new opportunity, a new beginning. Because, you know, when you look at the moon, as I already mentioned, you know, it's like there's that little squiggly path that's pretty much guiding you. And that's what I see you doing, is just kind of heading back, or, you know, heading towards this unknown of thinking, okay, maybe I'll try this out. And you know what? You're going to be getting something, or you're receiving something right now. So maybe, you know, even with the Three of Wands reverse, it wasn't the job that you got that you wanted, but now you're pretty much heading off into more opportunity. Because you're just actually moving forward. You're not just standing still and thinking, I'm lost and confused. I don't know what I'm supposed to do, but I just see that you're moving on towards more opportunity. Wow, and for the Eight of Cups reverse, you don't want to let go of the past. And because you get the Four of Wands. Now, I can't show you the Four of Wands, but I will show you the Eight of Cups reverse. What I see you doing is, you know, you're pretty much just kind of, you know, hanging on to the past, and you're creating actually a way better future for, you know, with the Four of Wands. It doesn't have to per se mean happy home, happy hearth, happy family situation. But I just see that you're just kind of hanging on. Maybe it's a bit of a nostalgia. Maybe you did have to go home. I don't know, but I just kind of see here is that you're just not giving up on wanting to create and manifest something beautiful, because the Four of Wands could also be anything positive, anything beautiful, anything new, anything that you really wanted, you know, just to give you that happiness within yourself. So I just see you just thinking, I'm not going to give up no matter what. Because for the Six of Swords reversed, you do get the Daughter of Schools, the Page of Pentacles. What I see here is that, you know, you're not giving up because you know that there's something better out there. And as you should, maybe you know the past idea was actually, you know, is something that could still be promising in the future. I mean, you do get the, you know, you get the Hierophant and Justice in the future. But what I see here is, you know, you pretty much are still clinging on to the past somehow and hoping that, you know, the past will kind of, you know, have a bit of renewal. You know, when you actually walk away from something and think, okay, and then you walk back towards it, maybe it might even, you know, turn out better, more positive, better, whatever, in any way. But that's kind of what I see here, is you still pretty much have that feeling of thinking, I'm still going to be able to make money out of this whole situation, whatever I was manifesting in the past. For the King of Wands reversed, you pretty much still lack the courage and confidence within yourself. You know what you get? You get Nine of Grails. You know, whatever this whole idea that you're still clinging on to in the past, it could still be very beneficial and stuff like that. Or you could even be telling yourself this, saying, it's going to be okay, Gemini. Hopefully you're doing a lot of good self-care. Maybe this is you and your conscious, your subconscious, just kind of saying it's going to be okay, because right now we are uncertain and scared and worried about the future because of the unknown. We have no control over the future. What we do right now can impact the future. So if we want to keep manifesting something right now, or we want to reduce something or go on a different change of course, whatever, you know, that's what I see here, is you're just going to be telling yourself it's going to be okay. Wow. And, you know, you can even have water somewhere in your star chart, you know, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, but I just see that you're just telling yourself, saying it's going to be okay, you know, we are, yeah, everything is going to be fine. Because for the Hierophant, you're kind of going down traditional values. Yikes, you do get the Devil. Wow. What I see here is, you know, it's like going down traditional values doesn't per se mean it's going to end up badly, but for some reason you might want to actually rethink and kind of just think, you know, if I keep going down the straight path and stuff like that, because that's usually the tradition, that you just go straight instead of left or right, you know, it could actually end up causing you it to get stuck somehow. But what I see here is, you know, it's like, maybe, you know, this is the Devil that's kind of entering into your future, that's going to say, hey, Gemini, okay, you know, I see a vulnerable Gemini and I'm going to take advantage of you. And to say, oh yeah, why don't you come and join me, and everything is just going to be okay, and I'm just going to take good care of you, and this is going to be one big happy home, happy hearth, happy family that you want. And then you just end up getting stuck. Because, you know, the Hierophant is also a marriage card, commitment card, love also in other ways. But you might want to be careful with who you trust and who, you know, is watching you, because some humans out there can have such negative, you know, ulterior, you know, motives for you to say, okay, I'm going to start taking advantage of Gemini right now. But don't let anybody do anything negative to you right now or even in the future. But for the Justice card, you get Eight of Grails. So what I see you doing is you're probably rethinking the whole process of it all, because the Eight of Grails, it's also about taking off, and you actually, and this is the second Eight of Grails, which is interesting. This one's upright. The last one is pretty much about saying, well, I still want to cling on to the past. What I see you doing is, you're actually leaving, the past behind, and it's giving you balance. Whatever it may be, it's like maybe you're also letting go of the whole devil situation, that you're also making sure that there's no negative person that is going to be impacting you, Gemini. But I just see you for the future is that you're heading off into a different direction, and you will be having the balance that you want, need, and deserve. Maybe you come from a troubled background or a troubled family, and now, you're heading off and creating something way more positive for you, as you should. Nobody should be in any kind of a negative family relationship in connection. But I just see that you're kind of just turning the table, saying this time, maybe this is you walking away from the past, thinking that whole past manifestation moment was not working out for me at all, and now I'm going to try something different. Love it. Okay, I'm going to draw a special vampire card for you and see what other information I can offer. You get the Five of Swords. Interesting. Looks like there's going to be some kind of battle that you're going to be winning. I mean, I wonder if you're a secret wolf of some kind. But look at those poor vampires. But yeah, I see that you're going to be overcoming some kind of wonderful battle, and as you should. It could be, past battle, it could be current battle, it could be a battle you'll be facing in the future. But look at you, if you're the wolf situation, is that you're going to be overcoming something, and it's going to pretty much turn you into a very strong individual, because, if you win any kind of battle, it really changes you in many ways. Wow. And this is all for you in the future. I love it so far. Okay, I'm going to continue on with the Vampire Oracle to see what other information I can offer for thee. But let's see here. Resurrection. Ooh, reprise, recovery, and comeback. Interesting. And that's what I see you doing, is you're going to be having a resurrecting moment in the future with the Five of Swords, because you've overcome some kind of obstacle, and you're going to be having a rebirthing moment. You're going to come back from the metaphorical dead. Hopefully, there's no passing in any time. But I see that you're going to be a very new and changed individual in the future. Man or woman, brunette, blonde, redhead, it doesn't matter who's watching. But I just see that there's going to be a new you in the future. Yep, just let go of that past, learn from the past, use the past memories and occasions and situations as cautionary tales, and it's going to be giving you that rejuvenating moment in the future. Good. Okay, Gemini, I'm going to finish off with 3 yes or no answers. Please feel free to pause this video and think about your questions. This one came out first. You get a no because you get the Ace of Pentacles reversed. Ooh. You get a yes because you get Death upright. And sadly, you get a no because you get the Page of Cups reversed. Well, Gemini, I'm going to leave it at here for you. But if this reading resonated, please feel free to subscribe and join me on the journey for more vampire information I can offer for thee. I want to thank you guys all so much again for supporting me and my channel. You all are amazing, wonderful, beautiful humans. I love hearing from you. In a few days, I'm going to go back to love readings. I'm going to go back and forth between general and love readings for now. But I just want to say how much I admire you all incredibly. So thank you all again.